This entire voxel world is destructible, and destroying it is very satisfying.
Look at this minigun go.
And pulling off the heists in this game really gets my heart pounding as I race against the clock. To complete 100%, I'll have to knock over every objective in the game, chase down some intense achievements, like completing this flooded mission without getting wet, and I'll need to destroy 100 million 3D pixels. And for that, I'll need the help of some rather ridiculous mods. Welcome to 100% of Teardown.
Part 1. Look at those floppy, whoa, what the hell? Floppy power lines, man. Can I jump in the water? Bloop.
My first task was to walk to my home, so that's what I did while admiring the voxel art. Evidently, my home and business is locale teardown services. I masterfully opened the gate.
Can I grab a barrel? Can. Hoi. Oh.
And so I learned that every single thing in this world is destructible.
Oh. Something pooped out of that. Can I pick up this car? I can drive the car. Ah! Oh dear. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not a good start, dude. It's not a good start, but I feel like I've matched the correct energy of the game.
I cleared these crates out of the way and headed inside.
Pick up your tools. Sure. Extinguisher. Spray can. Sledge.
I headed back outside to replace the fuse, but there was an ugly tree in the way, so I whacked it with my sledgehammer.
Get out of the way, tree.
And with that glorious destruction of nature, I was able to gain entry and replace the fuse. Let there be light.
Anyone on the toilet? What's on TV? Demolition is down and construction is up. That is not good for my business. That is a strong TV.
It could be that my demolition business was struggling because I'm too weak to destroy a TV with a sledgehammer, but who knows?
Gas bill just dropped on the floor. Honestly, I'm not sure we can make it through the month. Are you getting any requests? At this point, we pretty much have to accept anything. Be creative. Hugs, Mum.
I mean, it says in my mum's email signature that she's the head of sales. So I don't know, Mum, why don't you do your job and go find some clients instead of complaining, you silly old lady? Apparently, the only client Big Mama could find was a questionable fella named Gordon Wu.
Good evening, my name is Gordon Wu, General Manager at the Evertides Mall. I have a slight problem with an old building that's blocking our plans for a new wing, and I need someone to knock it over. Gordon, I will make some room for your new wing of your building or whatever.
And so, because business was slow, I stooped to illegal silly willies.
5.2 meters too tall. Okay, so highly explosive propane tank. Even if the work's mildly illegal, Mum said we go ahead and do it, so go on then. I got the spray can, baby. Pooh! This tree would be way better if it was yellow. Alright, screw you, yellow tree. Oh, that's not a tree. What is that?
After bashing the metal tree, I decided I better get to work. I tried throwing a propane tank.
That's how that works.
I checked the achievements to get a feel for what I needed to reach 100% completion, and I spotted one to collect 50 valuables. This inspired me to see if I could find any, so I had a look around, but when I didn't discover even one, I got angry and started sledging.
Oh, this is actually quite satisfying.
Alright, back to business. I made use of the 4 propane tanks right next to the house, and once those were spent, I began making use of the ones over here, and it's fair to say they were pretty effective. Some fire sprung up, which I thought was a good thing, but the game told me to extinguish it, so I did.
Wait, can I drive this? Oh, what the hell? I don't know why I didn't think to drive this. Oh yeah, yes! Well, this game is a dream, bro.
I managed to break the arm off the front of the tractor about 2 seconds later, so I pivoted to simply driving at the few sections of wall that remained.
Dude, how is it not falling? Okay, so it's the bricks are too strong.
Thankfully, some well-placed explosions did the trick.
Is that not it? It's gotta be close. Just get rid of this crap. Surely one more, come on. There it is. It's still 3.9 meters too tall.
And to finish it off, give me this thing. I rammed at the remnants of the house until the job was done.
Hey, beautiful.
Into the escaped van I went, and my first mission was complete.
Good morning.
A new day, a new email.
Uh-oh, investigation. Ah, what a morning. Shouldn't have taken that job. I knew something wasn't right. That building was under cultural heritage protection, and the demolition is now part of a criminal investigation. And the police had a photo of my car leaving the crime scene. But lucky for me, this police officer, Miss Teardown, wasn't opposed to bending the rules. She's stuck on a case. She's been investigating Lawrence Lee Jr. over tax evasion for months now, but he has so many friends in town, she can't get a warrant. So she asked me to make use of my skills to steal computers from the Lee family, and in exchange, she turned a blind eye to my transgressions. This bird's eye view showed me where to find the computers and informed me that fires would trigger an alarm. With that info, off I went. It seems like stealing from someone with deep ties to the criminal underworld is probably a bad idea, but I guess I had no choice. Can't have the Teardown arresting me. I grabbed the first computer, no worries, but the second was in a much more secure building. Even the windows had metal bars, so I got a little creative with it. I went into a nearby building, broke through the upper story window, and climbed across a rooftop.
And then I dropped down here. Nice. Oh! Okay, through the gap. Great place. Big, huge place. Can I just get through the roof? I can get through the roof, right? Wait, is that it? Oh! I found a valuable.
I'm not sure what Lee's tax-deductible pension fund was doing in the roof, but it was worth a whopping $400. Once I broke through the ceiling, I dropped down to claim the second computer. I then poked around the building looking for more valuables and soon stole a painting worth $15.
Not the most valuable painting you've ever seen. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to destroy that one. That was a valuable. It says I can still grab it, but I can't.
I also found some hidden cash in this vending machine.
The next one is in that building over there. Okay. Oh, that looks like it'll explode, so I better be careful.
Checking for valuables was now instinctive, and I was able to yoink some tools from this building.
The laptop is in there.
I hopped in this cherry picker, moved it over here, and it provided a nice ramp up to where I needed to go. I broke through the window and claimed the third and final objective of this mission. I banged around some more and explored a little.
I wonder if I can get in here. I don't think I can. Oh, there's the edge of the map. I found the edge of the map. Anything valuable in the bin? There is. $500 in the bin. Who threw $500 out? That's silly.
And I made my way to the escape vehicle.
Hit and run, no fun for Lee Sun. Yep, that was me.
I'd given the stolen computers to Officer Teardown, and she discovered that Lee Chemicals had been working almost exclusively with one client referred to as BT. But she didn't know who or what BT was, so I was headed back to Lee Chemicals to steal their employee login devices this time, which she hoped would help her identify BT.
Alarm boxes. Breaking an alarm box or wire triggers the alarm. Okay. I need to get all three in 60 seconds and then leave. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, indeed. With the introduction of wired alarm systems, the difficulty and the fun was ramping up, as you'll see soon.
Oh, that's the valuable I destroyed accidentally last time.
Job number 1 was to locate all the targets and get a feel for what I was working with.
This big old brick building here. How the hell? I'm getting up there. Okay.
And so I took the bridge over from the adjacent building, which wasn't such a fortress.
Okay, here's the first.
Once you start getting the lay of the land, it's time to talk strategy.
I think if I start here, go there, and then out. Wait, how do I get out though?
In this case, that plan was a little premature. I still needed to check out the other spots. I made a little barrel ramp to get through this window, providing access to the second target.
I feel like we definitely go across this thing?
Because the third target was right across the water, also on the second story, and fairly easy to access through this big window. While on the move, I also kept claiming any valuables I spotted.
We got the route planned. Quick save. Cue intense music. Go. Jump down. Oh no, don't get stuck. Dude, with it. Oh, I wasn't supposed to go down this far. I forgot my route immediately. And then jump over here. Screw it up because I'm an idiot. No! Okay, quick load.
Yeah, let's try that again.
This time we don't screw up. You just gotta believe in your heart. Oh, I think I can go this way actually. It's gotta be a more efficient way of doing that bit actually. I feel like that's not it. But that's fine. I think if as long as I don't screw up this jump here, yeah, we're good. I think we're good. And then we go upstairs. We grab. We go out. Into the water. Yeah, we got this, man. We got this. Surely I can get to the car in 35 seconds. Sorry, 25 seconds. Go, 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 go. Yeah, we got it. I see you. See you, nerd. Oh, I can see the run. Look at the run. Hell yeah. The red line of glory.
This is where the game really won me over, because planning and executing on these heists made for a thrilling puzzle.
Amateur. Yes. A new tool for being an amateur. What do we got? A blowtorch. Hell yeah.
This thing cuts through metal.
Hey, I didn't break the front gate. That wasn't me. That wasn't me, man. Tools. Talk to me. Sledge. No upgrades available. So the blowtorch is the only one I can upgrade. I can upgrade the fuel. I mean, I've got a fair bit of cash. Let's just fully upgrade it. Why not?
So now I had 60 seconds of blowtorch use per mission. The gas company had turned the gas off on my mum, so she was desperate for more clients and had reached out to Gordon Wu again.
I haven't heard back from the police. Is that thing sorted? Yes, Mum.
Mr. Wu did indeed have another job. He needed space to park his yacht.
Could you use your demolition skills again and remove one of the timeshare cabins? If the original documentation also disappeared, then ta-da, like it was never there.
And so I headed to a new sandbox, the West Point Marina. This mission had no wired alarms, so I didn't need to be meticulous. Rambunctious was just fine.
I think I may have just broken the power. That's alright.
And so I barged my way over to this side of the area, banged my way into this building, and found my first target upstairs.
Just a nice little pathway here. Come with me, please.
Apparently the documentation Gordon wanted to get rid of was in this safe, so it needed to go in the ocean. However, safes are rather heavy, so this was slow going.
Yeah, roll it. Roll it is the strat. Get in the water. No, not you. Not you, chunk of random crap. Go. Yes! Alright, now just gotta get you in the water. Oh, there's a valuable under the boat. Electric sander.
The rolling strategy served me well, and soon the safe went plop into the water. That safe was actually an optional target for this mission, so I could have left it, but I of course wanted to knock over every optional task in order to get 100%.
Let's reverse the forklift all the way back. Seems reasonable.
Yeah, why not, mate? And why not enjoy some destructive detours, just for the good times?
Oh dear.
When I spotted this thingo, I thought its dangly hook might come in handy for moving the second safe around. Except I think I got distracted.
Oh yeah, we got it. We got the ice cream. Woo!
The safe was conveniently right next to the wall up on the second floor, so I did a little smashing with the arm to gain access.
Yeah, we got it. This is slightly easy. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, well, it's still slightly easier than rolling it in by hand. So, get it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, successful mission. A Pro Suck vacuum cleaner, $80. This guy's got 2 toilets right next to each other. I approve. Maximum pooping. You can do co-op pooping.
After a little more valuable hunting to ensure I had more cash with which to buy gear upgrades, I headed over to unleash vengeance upon the cabin on the end.
I mean, I feel like this is a no-brainer, right? We just got to do some of these ones.
The boat battering ram was actually surprisingly effective.
Why is there a thing hanging off that one? There's something hanging off this one. It's got to be valuable, right? It's a bunch of tequila hanging out? Okay, I'll take it.
After just a little more boat bashing, the demo job was complete.
Into the water you go.
Well, almost complete. I had to take care of this cheeky appendage first.
My boat's in questionable shape. No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It was going rather slow though, so I decided to hop out and swim over to this boat.
Has this thing got some speed, you reckon? Yeah, this one rips it up.
I pulled up just over here and kept hunting for valuables, and I managed to find a few.
What is this stuff? Oh, bingo trophy. Oh, this is a bingo setup. That's a bingo.
And soon I made my way to my escape boat. Mission complete.
A new tool has been acquired. Why am I on the roof? Hello?
Clearly I was supposed to patch the hole in the roof, so I did a flawless job of that. And my score had risen to 10 after that mission, so now I was a novice with a new tool on the menu.
A shotgun?
You gain 1 score point per objective you complete in each mission, by the way, so doing the optional tasks was also handy for unlocking new ranks quicker. The TV showed a news story of a disappearing cabin, the ghost cabin, very mysterious. And I blew all my money upgrading the shotgun a bunch. And Big Gordon had more work for me.
Another thing came up. There was this classic car auction up in Black River the other day, and one guy just kept overbidding me. Lawrence Lee Jr.
Ah yes, I am familiar with Lawrence Lee Jr. I often steal stuff from his chemical plant. Wu was unhappy Lee had outbidded him on some classic cars. So it was time to get even deeper into the criminal underworld. The cars were at the marina, ready to be shipped overseas, so that's where I headed. I got busy checking my targets, the first of which were some documents.
Yeah, so this is most certainly wired. However, the boat that it's on is not.
And so I was able to bring one of the cars much closer to the extraction point, making things simpler. I managed to back it up against this bridge.
We could put a little rampy ramp, jump, drive off, straight in. Alright, so what are we dealing with here then? We got the car there and the spare parts here.
My new shotgun was quite useful for clearing a giant hole in this door.
Alright, well this should be fine as well because it's on a truck, so don't worry about it. Oh dear. Oh dear.
This was a simple matter of getting the truck positioned and ready to go. Except maybe not that simple because I somehow got the car into a bad spot. I was also too stupid to realize I could have put the tray at the back down, but let's pretend that's not relevant. Either way, the eventual solution I came up with involved a dangly hook tractor.
Can we speed this up at all? Like jumping straight out the window. Okay, we gotta save it. We gotta try. Go.
As you can tell, I'm not showing you all of my preparation, because when you watch my attempt to get all the looting done in the 60-second alarm window, I want you to be impressed by how smart I am without too many spoilers.
Oh crap, I don't even know where I'm going in I need to make this part quicker for sure. Where is it again? Bro, I don't even remember where it is. Okay. Well, that's way too long. And then I went the wrong way. Okay, let's try that again.
Yeah, so maybe I'm not that smart after all. Even on my second attempt, I somehow still couldn't find the documents I needed to steal without bumbling around the house for a few seconds. To go easy on myself, I was still very new to the game, so I hadn't quite developed an instinct for optimizing the routes yet. But as you can see, I unleashed some destruction to clear the path a little, I moved the van a little closer, and I improved the positioning of this janky mess, and even tested it.
Easy, okay. So that is a very quick finisher. All right, I'm feeling good, And we go. Go, 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 go. Zoom across the water. Get out of the boat, you idiot. All right, straight through here, straight up the stairs. Grab, straight over here, straight down to the van that's waiting. Go, 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 go. Turn the corner. Turn the corner. Go, 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 go. All right, jump out. Don't let the van get in the way. Get out of the way, van. Van's sort of in the way, but we're fine. Drive this little car over. Boom. Get in this thing. Lift. Is that not in? Boom. Oh, and then I gotta drive it. Hell yeah. Smooth! Smooth! This game's fun, dude. That's sick. Hell yeah. Look how long I get stuck for.
Another mission complete, and now, corn.
Oh, I see what you're inviting me to do. I see exactly what you're inviting me to do. What? It didn't really work though, did it? The corn is extremely strong.
I was hoping that would be a little more satisfying.
Screw you, corn! Bringing a new definition to popcorn. 360. Headshot on the corn. Beautiful.
I then decided it was time for a little achievement hunting. I noticed there was one achievement for completing a mission without any tools, and I was pretty sure I could pull that off, so I fired up a replay of the first mission and went nuts with propane tanks and a big old tractor. It was a pretty easy achievement, to be honest.
Hey, complete a mission without using any tools. That was a nice little diversion. What do we got? Lawrence Lee Jr. You don't know me, but I've had a series of break-ins recently. Yeah, that was me.
Larry Lee, mate. You'd be surprised. I've been to your chemical plant a couple of times, but I'll forgive your lack of capital letters and happily help you get revenge on Gordon Wu.
We're going to his mansion. It's got a private racetrack in the backyard. Come on, Gordon. Dump at least 3 of Gordon's expensive cars in the water.
So I guess I was playing both sides in the Lee vs. Wu feud, and it was time to have my way with Gordon Wu's sprawling mansion. It was my first time on this map, so I was keen to make as much cash as possible. This place was enormous, so I took my time hunting, and I'm not sure exactly how many valuable items I found, but I stole about $800 worth in short order. I then turned my attention to the mission at hand, and when I realized these first 2 cars were wired straight to the wall, it was clear this was going to be a challenge.
How am I supposed to do this in 60 seconds?
The third car was wired to a wall too, so that was at least 3 cars I'd have to drive to their destruction in my 60-second alarm window. But I was grateful to see at least this car was chilling on the back of a truck, so I was able to move it without tripping the alarm. There was a house on the water I hadn't ravaged, so I hunted for more valuables.
A gilded toilet brush? $80? Hell yeah.
And I discovered the car in this garage did not have an alarm wire attached, but it also did not have any tires.
I don't think this one is, oh gosh. I didn't want to do that. No, man.
Yeah, that was the button to lift the car up so I could put some tires on. So that was a big whoopsie. And obviously, I wasn't going to be able to drive this car to its doom, so I opted to push it instead.
Push it. Push it. Wait, am I even pushing it? I don't think that's going to count. Maybe it will. Maybe we're just going to get this in there.
The steel beam?
Yeah, as you can see, there wasn't much left of the car.
I can still drive the vehicle? I don't know about that one.
I carried the remnants of the car over and dumped it in the water. I then wondered if I could dunk the car on the truck without triggering its alarm, and apparently yes. So that was 2 objectives done safely. Great news. After a quick swim and the theft of some hardwood, I had a look at the final car, which was also hardwired to the wall. I used all 3 of my brain cells to begin developing a plan. I found yet more valuables. I did a little more prep, and on my very first attempt, I drove like a true pro. And I realized something useful.
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Okay. So that helps.
I'd done all my planning under the assumption that I'd have to drive all of the cars into the ocean, but I'd forgotten about Gordon Woo's multiple pools and spas. The cars just needed to be dunked into water. It didn't matter where that water was.
No, don't get stuck. It's too flaming fast.
So the plan was to dunk these 2 in the spa, but I was gonna have to improve my driving.
Oh, dude, I just did it again.
After a few more stinky reloads, I finally sorted out the spa part of the run, and my plan for the rest of the heist worked out nicely.
That was it. And then this little run is such a waste of time. That was it. Alright, if we can get this right, jump out at the right moment. Should go flying into the water. Yeah. It did. Oh gosh. That goes flying into the water. Too easy. You just gotta use the fast car momentum strats. No worries. Okay, that was doable. The spa was helpful.
As you can see, I spent a solid 25 minutes hunting valuables and trying to nail that heist, but victory was now mine.
New rank. Breaker. Pipe bombs. Planks.
The benefits of pipe bombs are self-explanatory, but planks might sound a little random, but these are actually extremely useful for creating pathways and attaching objects. I immediately paid to upgrade the max length and max amount of planks per mission, and I also increased the rounds of pipe bombs per mission. The turdy man hadn't managed to figure out what BT is yet, but the employee login devices I'd stolen for her had at least helped her work out that Lee has a warehouse in West Point, from which he probably ships his dodgy business. My first side mission had also popped up, but I ignored that for now and headed back to the marina to steal some GPS devices and log files. When I was running along here, I thought I was holding my sledge, but I think those might have been pipe bombs.
Oh, crap.
And I got to work with prep, and my new planks proved a great addition to my toolset. I bashed up a truck for some reason, and this boat's GPS system was wired to the dock.
Okay, so I can't just drive this boat away. It helps I feel quite familiar with this area because of the last missions I've done.
This boat's alarm system wasn't as smart, so after shooting the ropes off it, I was able to get it in the water and move it wherever I wanted.
Wait, can I drive this boat though?
Nope, but apparently I could drag it through the water like an absolute hippopotamus. I placed it over here next to another target. This boat was conveniently chilling on a trailer hooked up to a ute.
We're just gonna tow this and absolutely crash into everything. Oh dear.
I was gonna say that meant it was another gimme, but I forgot to take into account my abysmal driving skills. Don't worry, that's what planks are for.
Oh dear.
And the final target was this massive boat, which I freed from its dockside imprisonment and gracefully drove over to where all the other mess was located. I figured I might as well get it in nice and close, so I really ground up the wooden dock.
Oh dear, I think I may have sunk this. Oh gosh, this is not ideal. As long as that doesn't sink any further, this is... Where's the final one again? Over there. And then I can use this boat to get me to the exit. That's fine.
Alright, let's run it.
Go. No, don't get in this. And the one up here. Boom. All 4 in like 10 seconds. And all we gotta do is drive around. I think we got this. Get this. Drive this. I got 30 seconds, baby. This is fine. Can I just jump over though? I hope so. Yep. Alright, that mission was definitely easier than the car one.
As you can see, my house/warehouse here is getting nicer after each mission I return from, as I earn more and more dirty money. The good life. Gordon had another job for me.
I still don't know how, but Lee found out about the cars and totally overreacted. I just saved the life of those poor cars and he goes completely mental and vandalizes my property. That definitely wasn't me, Gordon, by the way.
He wanted me to make the iconic water tower at Lee Chemicals less tall in vengeance. But I opted to do Turdy Man's side mission first, stealing some safes in which he hoped there'd be some documents shedding light on the mysterious BT. That last mission was pretty easy. This mission was not. Well, there was only one primary target, so if you skipped all the optional stuff, it would be easy, but of course I was all in, so I had 5 targets. I did a bunch of shooting and blowing up to gain easy access to the 3 lockboxes I needed to grab.
So I can go bang, bang, and then get on with it. That's fine.
But that wasn't the hard part. The hard part was the 2 safes. And I'd used up all my shotgun shells setting up the lockbox areas, so I'd kind of screwed myself over. But I did my best to come up with a plan. Obviously, the safes are heavy, so unlike the lockboxes, which I could just grab, I had to find a way to transport both safes to the extraction point. Mercifully, they were located in buildings right next to each other, so I hoped some thoroughly janky plank shenanigans would get the job done.
They're both attached. Okay, this could work. This could actually work.
And so I gave it a crack, starting with these 2 quick lock boxes, and then just hoping the safe silly willies would work smoothly, which was a big hope.
I didn't do this very well, but... Wait, what happened to my plank? My plank nonsense. Okay. No, my plank nonsense. It worked before, didn't it? Oh, what?
At some point, I changed tactics.
How is that not in the tray? Dude, what have I done with this? This is a massacre.
I was forced to restart, and I was more careful in my planning this time. I made sure I prioritized getting the safes right first, but I simply could not come up with a solution that wasn't extremely janky, so I stubbornly embraced the jank with all my heart.
Just more planks, add more planks. And they both fell off. Now go. No. Bro, I don't know how to do this level.
I eventually switched to this truck with a big old tray, so at least there was some hope the safes would land in the back, and eventually something glorious unfolded.
At least the key cabinets are going to be smooth. There's no real concerns there. Oh, dude. How did I get stuck over here? Okay, that's not ideal. Planks, please. Alright, this is not too bad. Just hope that plank holds. Hope that plank holds.
I have no idea how that plank was holding. Plank MVP.
Drive straight through. Go, 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 go. Easy, man. No problem. Easy. That was the easiest thing you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, it says 12 minutes, 43 seconds, but that's because I restarted. I spent like 15 minutes bumbling around before that. I don't know, like a more elegant way to get those safes. I can't think.
The 5 points earned on that mission helped me reach the crook rank.
I got a gun.
Unless I was going to be fighting some nerds, this didn't seem that useful, but why not?
Another break-in at League Chemicals. No way, man. That's crazy.
Meanwhile, I was headed straight back to the chemical plant, and there was no heist this time, just a good old demolition job.
That wasn't as significant as I was hoping.
I figured I should take out the foundations, and then surely the entire tower would just fall over. But the pipe bombs aren't exactly easy to aim. Once I'd used them all up, I switched to my shotgun.
There's nothing connected to ground. Is there? What's connected to the ground? How is this not falling down? Hello? So, the whole thing's no longer oh, there's big pipes coming off it? For goodness sake.
Apparently my solution to the big pipes was to get into a truck and start ramming the tower. This was actually surprisingly effective as the whole thing really began to sag. And the final blow was a little blowtorch action on one of the pipes.
That's officially disconnected. There we go. Beautiful.
On the way out, I found something intriguing.
Oh, there's some bombs here? Wait, what?
Unlike the pipe bombs, you can place these precisely where you want the blast. So these would have been pretty useful, but oh well.
Hey, they got
accurate footage of my beautiful destruction.
Big Mama had some good news about our recent change of fortunes.
They turned the gas back on. Coffee never tasted better. By the way, I heard on the news there's some madmen on the loose around here. I hope you remember to lock the door at night. Yeah, Mum, I'm the madman.
That is definitive proof from Big Mama that crime does indeed pay. Lawrence Lee Jr. was furious that Gordon Wu had the audacity to desecrate his grandfather's tower.
I need to get back at Gordon, but he's so loaded with money that whatever I do, he can just pay someone to fix.
Lee reckoned I should target his precious art collection, and for my part, I admired his spelling of the word restoration. To begin, I spun some cement, very important. I got sick air over some bushes, very important, and I began scouting my targets. Apparently, there were more valuables to be found here, so I kept an eye out for those.
Artisanal tomato soup, hell yeah. Portable cassette tape player, oh that's 50 valuables. Achievement, yay!
And it was always a good feeling to find a big one, like this coin collection worth $250. I continued my preparation, and I was dealing with 6 wired-in artworks scattered all over the place, so this was gonna be tricky. One key problem I had to solve was finding a quick way to get up to the second level of these buildings, so I went for a big silly plank ramp. At one point, I accidentally fell in this elevator well.
Oh, is it valuable in here? $400 in there.
Another problem was the sheer distance between each target. To deal with that, I placed cars at each stop to ensure I could quickly jump from vehicle to vehicle.
We'll start here. We'll go bang, bang, bang. We'll go up here, along there. I better make that easier. Up there, here, up my crappy ramp, in there, out the window, into the car, over there, boom.
That was the theory, at least, but I clearly had not gotten the vehicles in optimal positions, and so I was leaking seconds like crazy. I fixed those vehicle placements a bit, which helped, but I soon concluded this painting at the house on the water was a pain to collect, so I figured I should make that the start point of the run so I didn't have to run up and down the stairs. From there, my plan felt better, but the execution was somewhat lacking, as my driving skills once again caused issues.
How are you supposed to avoid the flaming rocks, dude? How did I avoid the flaming rocks last? Why are there rocks there, man?
And then there was the time I had some trouble climbing my ramp.
Okay, we're getting to the ramp of glory at like 20. Oh, don't miss the ramp. Oh my gosh.
I had about 10 to 15 attempts of this.
Nice. Pretty smooth. Oh, very smooth. Come on, let's just get these turns right. Not amazing. Oh, better. Okay, we're a little bit ahead of where we've ever been before. We can just get the movement up a crappy ramp, right? You know? I mean, it's a perfect ramp. Well, I don't know why anyone would have issues with it. Okay, here we go. Oh, I missed it. I was like, which one is it? Okay, it's surely. Come on, little blue. Come on, little blue. I can't see. Little blue, you're smoking. Easy. Easy. Okay, we just needed to get the movements.
It says 21 minutes there, but I restarted the level at one point, so this was more like 45 minutes of struggle. But it did make for a very satisfying heist.
Local city council.
The city council was letting me know about some parade coming up. Fair enough. And I received an email from Jillian, who works for Gordon Wu's insurer. She wasn't happy with all the claims Wu had been making recently, and she wanted my help stealing back Wu's recently stolen paintings, so that they didn't have to pay out his claim. But I still had Anton Wolf's side mission to do, so I headed to the marina to steal some tools. Ah, the joy of the preparation phase before a heist. I hadn't been up to this area before, so I poked around and found some valuables before continuing to scope out all the targets. The target over here was chilling on a big old floaty, so it was no worries to use a flawless plank towing device to pull it over to a convenient location. In the process of doing this, I learned you can actually lift this bridge.
I can lift it up myself. Good. No, not my boat.
I brought it over right next to my extraction boat.
Can I get some sick air? Nope.
The other 5 targets were all wired down, but I'd learned from the previous heist that getting plank placement and car placement right was key, so I got to work.
Planks on planks, plank on planks makes a very nice gradient. No, don't destroy. Oh my gosh, I pressed the wrong.
I put my foot on the wrong pedal. Classic. Soon enough, it was time for my first attempt, and I wasn't off to the smoothest start you've ever seen.
Dude, I should have made a better ramp here. That's alright, keep trying. Okay. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing just then. Oh no, my first car got in the way of this one. Oh, it's not too bad.
shoot that off that way. Straight up my ramp. This is slow. This is so slow. Go. Oh, it's such a slow ice cream van. I'm so close. I fumbled that. Oh, I'm so close.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't a high octane heist like the last one, because the cars I was using were about 15 times slower. But on my next attempt, I shaved off a few seconds and made it to the end with time to spare.
Get it? Oh no. Okay.
Or maybe not. I added a glorious plank bridge, and on my next attempt, I realized something.
I gotta remember that I jump out on the left.
Because this game is set in Sweden, the cars all have their steering wheels on the left. But here in Australia, I'm used to driving my car with its steering wheel on the right. So I had muscle memory, expecting my character to jump out on the right side every time I exited a vehicle. And it had genuinely been causing me issues. So rewiring my expectations was helping me have smoother movements. And with the addition of the planks, this time I was successful.
Hell yeah. Just need a little rampy ramp at the end. No worries, don't worry about it.
With that, my score climbed above 40 and I reached the Wrecker rank, unlocking bombs, which I was very pleased about. I immediately maxed out the number of bombs I'd get each mission to 36. And with those bombs at my disposal, I figured I was ready to knock over the achievement to finish a level in less than 60 seconds. So I fired up the very first level once again. I think I stood too close to the explosions though. But with the precision of the bomb blast, it was easy to destroy the lower part of the entire house. And I finished it off with some pipe bombs and a few more well-placed bombs. No worries.
There we go. Mission completed in less than 60 seconds. 49, easy.
Next up was my opportunity to steal back the art from Lawrence Lee.
There's no security alarm, so... Oh, I gotta avoid fire though, and apparently there's lightning.
This level was a bit of a cheeky one, as the only threat was indeed fire. And every time I approached one of the 4 buildings my targets were in, lightning struck and a blaze erupted that I had to tame.
The lightning did it. Arrest the lightning.
Once I dealt with the fire, I was able to grab the paintings, and at the first 2 targets, while it was chaotic, it was still pretty easy to extinguish the flames and grab the painting. The third one ramped it up a little.
Bro, it's burning down. Stop. Stop. How do I even get in there? No, fire alert. No fire alert.
I eventually got it under control and grabbed the 3rd painting. And then I spent ages trying to sink the yacht. There's an achievement that says sink the yacht in the Marina Sandbox. And this is Gordon Woo's yacht, the very yacht I worked hard to clear space for so that it could dock here.
Is this not the yacht? I just accidentally drove the vehicle. You silly goose.
I had to recollect the paintings, and I tried sinking the yacht again.
Whatever it is, surely that counts as sunk, right? Maybe because this stuff's still sticking up?
And so I blew up literally every little piece of yacht that was above the water.
Okay, there's literally nothing above water anymore. Is that not the yacht that I needed to sink?
Apparently not, because no achievement was forthcoming. When I got to the 4th target, the lightning was working overtime. It was hard to get in there to even begin dousing the flames. And when more lightning struck, the fire alert bar filled up rapidly, and the alarm was sounded before I'd had much of a chance to do anything.
Alarm triggered by fire, really? Oh no, where is it? Where's the thing?
As you can see, I had my spray can equipped, not my fire extinguisher. A truly top tier play. But it did not matter, because I needed to grab the painting and rush to my escape vehicle. I struggled to find it, but eventually claimed it from its hiding spot in the ceiling, and then the race was on. My first high-speed strategy was reversing in a forklift, but it was suboptimal, so I decided to use my legs instead. But when I saw this tiny forklift, I thought for sure the run was saved.
Oh, little forklift. I was hoping for so much more than that. Oh, for goodness sake, man.
I'd made a quick save with the first 3 paintings done, so I was able to attempt getting the 4th again immediately, and this time I ignored the flames, and I brought a slightly faster vehicle.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to fight the fire, let's just get out of here.
As you can see, I was back in the van at about the same time the fire alarm went off, so I had a full 60 seconds and it was no stress to get out in time.
Not the hardest mission you've ever seen in your life. I did manage to die because I blew myself up, but you know how it is. Nice job with the paintings. A little charred here and there, so I'll have to find someone to retouch them a bit.
The Turdy Man had finally made made some headway finding out what BT is.
It pointed me to Hollow Rock Island, an old fish processing plant now making some kind of energy drink. BT is short for Blue Tide.
Blue Tide Pods energy drink, very healthy. And Officer Turd Monster wanted me to head there and check out their computers to hopefully find further info on Lee's connection to them. And so I arrived for my first jaunt on Hollow Rock Island. I spent quite a while simply exploring and getting a feel for the area because I was no doubt going to have a few missions to complete here, and I was of course on the hunt for valuables. One thing I noted pretty early on was that this island had quite a bit of verticality, with lots of multi-story buildings and tiered areas, which honestly just meant I got lost a lot here. I found a vault in the basement of this house, which I did my best to break into. I could see a stack of gold bars in there, so that was huge motivation, but it seemed it was impossible to break in with the tools I had at my disposal. I ripped through most of the island while searching, and I found quite a few goodies. The highlight was when I went into the lighthouse, because right at the top I found a carbon arc lamp worth $250.
We'll take 250, that's good.
This building had lots of sciencey looking stuff.
What the hell did I just... Whoa! Everything's explosive? What is this?
I had to log off at around that point, and when I logged back in, I was back in the warehouse, so I used the opportunity to spend the cash I'd earned, upgrading the bomb's blast size to max. And I couldn't work out how to continue the mission from where I was up to, so I started it again, and the first thing I did was test if the bigger blast size would get me into the vault. Sadly, no.
I swear it's that little grate over there. But I don't know where that leads.
Yeah, that seemed like the vulnerable spot, but I couldn't figure out how to get at it. So I gave up and finally got on with chasing down the objectives.
Such a big explosion, dude. Maybe I shouldn't have made the blaster bigger. That's crazy. That one there, and then we got the other one, next one here. We got access down to this one with a little rampy ramp. Holy crap. Oh, did I find valuable? Hell yeah. Oh, $280 valuable. Good find. Just keep bridging between every spot. These two should be pretty quick. 22 planks. We can be thorough with this. Make sure it's easy to run. I think you just want to make it so it's as smooth as possible.
And so the preparation work went, with many quick saves to ensure I didn't blow up my progress, and lots of brainstorming to ensure my route was solid.
Like, how do I get this one? This one's all the way down here, like really low, and these two are much higher. That one's all the way around there. It's a massive run around.
If in doubt, add more planks.
How do I get from this side over to here quickly?
Maybe this crappy little boat, which is not quick at all. Nah, probably not. Let's use this boat. It's much more zippy.
Go. I gotta remember where I'm going. Would help. Get it? See, already 10 seconds. Feels so slow. Okay, first 3 done in 20 seconds. Into the boat. Jump out. Grab. Up the ramp. Up this absolute abomination of ramps. Grab. Gotta go down here. This is the worst one. Back up. Jump. Up here. Not too bad. Up here. Grab that. I think we're good. Yeah. That was the perfect route. Well planned, baby. Hell yeah. I love how the warehouse continually gets more improved as you get rich. What do we got now, baby? Cable. I wonder how much I can tow. Oh, it stretches. 2 new missions just came in. I'll ignore them for now. We're going to do Gordon Woo's insurance fraud one. I think we're stealing some of his cars.
Yes, indeed. Time to head back to Woo's.
Alright, so we're bringing the cars here.
The first car I found had its wire system on wheels, except it also had no back tires. I tried slowly reversing the car and then dragging the thingo and rinse and repeat, but that was a terrible plan. I then figured out how to lower the back of this truck.
How did I not... I think I didn't figure that out earlier because I'm stupid.
I tried my best to get the car up on there. Without back tires, it was a bit of a mission, but I got there eventually, and then it was time to make use of my new cables.
Towing. Okay. This might work.
I parked it right next to the extraction point. This car needed to be freed from its danglies. Also, I stole this trophy, and I was pleased to see I would be able to move this car without triggering the alarm system.
Oh no. Oh no.
Probably not like that though. This was rather annoying to move as it kept getting stuck, but I was eventually able to get it into position. I found Gordon's lost passport behind a bush, and it appeared I was going to be able to move yet another car without triggering the alarm system.
Can I just do this? What are the chances?
Just tow your own security thingo with you. No worries. Oh gosh.
And so I was able to get it into position. And in perfect condition too, not a scratch.
Let's give it a try. Go. Holy dooly.
Alright, let's try that again with less epic airtime.
Sweet. Not very smooth. That's alright. Jump in this. Gosh dang it, man. This is the awkward part. Gotta run over here. We might still get it. Get this in. Get this in. Oops. Oh, dude, move. Please move. Are you serious? Oh, that's so frustrating. Go, 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 go. Oh. The helicopter's right there. Alright, nice. 2.3 seconds to spare. Let's go. I've got a bazooka. A rocket launcher, yeah.
Another glorious tool in my arsenal. I spent a little money improving my cables, and the next mission available was a cheeky side mission, in which I was invited to flex my incredible driving skills.
Wouldn't it be funny if he came home to a new track record on that display?
So Lawrence Lee thought it would be quite the humiliating prank if I were to beat Woo's track record on his own racing track. And so it was that the Lee vs Woo feud escalated, with my top tier driving skills. The current track record was 30 seconds, so that was my key objective. But I had optional objectives to beat a time of 25 seconds and also 20 seconds. So 20 seconds was of course my goal.
Oh, not good. Not good at all. We've got the timer down the bottom. Oh, man. Goodness sake, man. I have to go through the gates. Dude, how the hell did that happen?
I was having a little trouble, but on my 7th or 8th attempt, I at least managed to avoid crashing into anything, and as a result, I pulled off a time of 28.75.
Bro, how am I gonna shave 9 seconds, man?
Obviously by driving way better, but I was struggling to do that. Part of my struggle is that I was too stupid to read the controls in the bottom right there, so I didn't realize I could handbrake by pressing spacebar. So when I wanted to slow down, I was letting go of the accelerator and even hitting reverse. Terrible, terrible effort. Classic goose on the loose behavior.
Oh, just over 25. Come on, bro.
I kept on trying for about 15 minutes, but I wasn't able to do any better than 25.18.
Oh, man. I'm gonna lose my mind doing this.
And then I found a monster truck. My strategy had shifted, and I was no longer trying to get a 20-second time legitimately. I was trying to figure out how to cheat. You see, there are 3 gates you have to go through along the track, and I wondered if I used the big fat wheels on the monster truck, if I'd be able to take some cheeky shortcuts between the gates. Maybe by simply bashing through the barriers on the side of the track. This did not work out, but it did help me notice something about the gates.
See how it's got the cord connected to that tower? I feel like if it's, as long as it's connected to that, I think it might work. Let's test. So if I just run over this, yeah, I got the checkpoint.
It makes a little noise when you get the checkpoint, so I knew it had worked, and it meant I was able to smash my record immediately.
Yes! Long live cheating! Long live cheating! Like my only way of possibly being half decent at this crap.
I'd cracked 25 seconds, but not quite 20, so I got busy moving the second gate.
So it gave me that one, and I wasn't even that close to it. I heard the little doo-doo. I'll just go straight past this one. Yeah. Get the angles, that one, done. Too easy, bro. Look at this time. 15.8 seconds. Hell yeah. I'm so glad you can cheat that, because if I had to do it properly, it probably would have taken me 10 years.
A noble racing record, well achieved. For my next mission, Jillian at the insurance company was fed up with Gordon Woo making claims every 2 seconds, so she wanted me to make his insurance papers disappear.
Just one thing you should be aware of, the safes are equipped with moisture sensor alarms that will trigger when wet.
I needed to dump the safes holding the insurance papers into water, so obviously the alarm would trigger as soon as I dumped the first safe. But it also happened to be raining, so I was gonna have to be very careful moving the safes around outside. Luckily, most of the safes were pretty small. I figured this big truck would be my friend, as there was plenty of room in the trailer for the safes.
Plank attached to it should be fine. Maybe 2 planks attached to it? That's not going to go anywhere, right?
But I soon discovered I had no idea what I was doing when it came to reversing a vehicle with an enormous trailer attached. I eventually got it down here, and in went a second safe. But then this happened. Yeah, I got a little stuck. I somehow got it unstuck, but...
How the hell did truck drivers reverse?
And I discovered the third safe I was trying to collect here was a big one, so it wasn't going to be so simple. I ended up blowing holes in the floor, allowing it to fall down to the ground floor, but I decided I'd grab it with the dangly hook tractor and leave it here, rather than trying to get it in the back of the truck. Also, I think I somehow destroyed half of my truck's trailer. When I had yet more trouble attempting to position the truck near the fourth target, I got fed up with it and restarted the entire mission. My new goal was to avoid using the truck because I sucked at reversing it, and it was prone to getting stuck in the grass. I instead did some of these ones. Big, silly, dangly shipping container shenanigans. I grabbed one safe and chucked it in there. The second one went in too. I unleashed some extreme destruction upon this roof, hoping to make space for my rather tall vehicle to fit, before deciding that was a stupid idea and instead going up this little ramp here. And I was able to grab the third small safe. It was going to be a pain to move the tractor around to the other side of the mansion to grab the remaining 2 small safes, so I used the exact same truck strategy as earlier to grab those 2.
Somehow they're not getting rain, even though the trailer there is a little... It's got a little bit of holiness.
I made sure to maintain momentum crossing the grass so I didn't get bogged, and I managed to bring the truck over. I destroyed these trees for some reason, I guess to get them out of the way, but it took about 15 bombs somehow. And then I used the exact same plan from earlier to get the big safe in position.
No, not in the rain. No. Okay, it's not in the rain. Good.
I finagled the truck over, transferred the 2 safes into the shipping container, so it now held all 5, and I was ready to go.
Just gotta take this one, the big one, with the hookaroonie, and just go for it. Maybe I can get under cover? Oh, I can get under cover. This is gonna be easy. Alright, the timer's gonna start in a moment now. But we'll be fine. Chuck it in. Get the bomb on there. And they should all fall in the water. In you go, boys. Was that all of them? The garage one didn't go in? Garage one didn't go in? How? It's there. Okay, that should do it. Yeah, we're good. How did the garage one not go in?
A bit of a hiccup there, but ultimately another successful mission. At this point, I checked the achievements and realized there was one to destroy treadmills 10 times. So I began a new habit of destroying my treadmill every time I returned home. I also noticed there was an achievement to do the making space mission without using a tool, so I had a crack at that. This was the one where I had to dump a safe and destroy the house on the end to make space for Gordon Woo's yacht. It's an easy one to do with vehicles, no tools needed.
Alright, that took like 2 minutes. Where's my hammer? Making space without using any tools.
Another quick achievement knocked over, and another side mission from Anton Wolf. This time he wanted me to destroy the food court at Evertide Mall, because he wanted to build a parking garage there. Since the local council parade fireworks were coming up, he figured that'd be a great time to make the food court go boom.
It says there's a demolition sensor in there, but it's going to be turned off during the fireworks.
So I couldn't touch the building until the fireworks started. All I could do until then was prepare. But a big bonus was the military parade had its vehicles parked here, so I had some tanks at my disposal. I arrayed vehicles around the target, and when I was ready, I had a rest in my van and waited for the fireworks to start. I then had a 2-minute window to get as much destruction done as possible. To clear all 3 objectives for this mission, I needed to destroy at least 90% of the food court, so I had some work to do. I started with a bunch of bombs, I shot some missiles, I unloaded the tanks, and what can I say, except this was a pretty fun mission. I didn't do too well on my first attempt though. On my second attempt, I parked all the tanks right next to each other so I didn't waste time running around, and after I'd unloaded all my firepower, I got in there with the bombs and tried to bring the whole thing crashing down. And soon most of the walls were gone, so I whipped out the rocket launcher, and then with a few more well-placed bombs...
Okay, I actually got it to 1.1%. Go. I swear I'm running so slow. Am I not going to make it?
Once every single bit of wall was gone, the whole thing collapsed, evidently, and it was game over. Very nice.
A leaf blower?
A leaf blower seemed rather random, but it's actually quite useful for getting small debris out of the way. Gordon Woo was ready to strike back at Lawrence Lee Jr.
The chemical plant is Lee's life and I'm going to put it out of operation. The power plant is the heart of the whole facility and I want it gone.
For this mission, Mr. Woo had provided me with a gift.
A really big bomb. Fire alarm and explosion sensors.
Interesting.
As soon as any of the targets were blown up, an alarm would trigger. So as usual, I had to plan this one out carefully. I initially brought the bomb over to this target. I discovered some of the targets were transformers, like this one, and this target was on wheels. So I figured I'd bring it over to where the bomb was and destroy it in that explosion. I gave it a test and it seemed to work. But then I realized something.
I need to pay closer attention because the bomb has to go over here. Idiot.
I decided to restart, and the easiest way to get the bomb over there was by water. I carefully backed the boat in and placed the bomb in the designated area, ready to go.
What else are we doing? There's a power station in here.
And a comic book next to the toilet. Very nice. I figured the power station was the logical starting point of the run. I moved the target on wheels next to some propane tanks. I made holes in walls where I thought they'd be useful. And just when I was despairing that this seemed impossible because the targets were so spread out, I remembered I had a rocket launcher. And rockets go boom. I tested it and it got the job done. As you'll see, this saved a bunch of time. As distances I thought I'd need to run in order to destroy stuff with bombs, I could actually just launch rockets at from afar. I started the run by hitting the detonator because it had about a 10-second time before it actually blew up, giving me time to get moving.
Okay, that's pretty clean. Screw you. Get over here. That's blown up. So this is where it just gets so slow. This is a kind of tricky shot. I got it. I waited around there because I was worried I was going to miss it. Is that one? I think we might be okay. I think I'm done, right? Yeah, I'm done. Easy, bro. The rocket launcher just makes that much more manageable.
With that, I reached the rank of professional, and I had some new toys apparently. This game of Skeet Master wasn't too hard when using my shotgun, and on my second attempt I got the maximum score of 10. I needed to get the max score 10 times in order to complete an achievement, so I made a habit of playing every now and then to work towards that. For my rank up, I received some rocket boosters. I like to imagine that when I did this, the little booster pushed the entire Earth sideways.
How does this get so janky so fast? My glorious rocket launch is not working.
Nice try, idiot.
I must say I'm very happy with our fruitful collaboration. I'd like to suggest we deepen our relationship with something we call motivational reminders.
Apparently one Mr. Amanatides, owner of Blue Tide Inc., was refusing to get insurance coverage for his propane tanks. And to prove to the big fella that it'd be worth it to fork out that extra cash, she wanted me to blow up all his propane tanks. Classic. I spied some treadmills, so I murdered them, hoping that it'd help towards the anti-cardio achievement. And once again, the targets on this mission all had explosion sensors. However, I soon realized with some careful blowtorch usage, I could actually free most of them from their bondage and move them wherever I wanted. And so I very carefully began moving giant explosive tanks about.
What?
I eventually succeeded and moved that particular tank all the way over here, pretty close to my escape boat. I then got on the roof.
Blowtorch is actually being really useful. I've barely used the blowtorch my entire life.
I couldn't see a way to get this off the roof without explosive death getting involved, so I opted to perch it on the edge here, ready to be shot at. I grabbed this propane tank, and since it was on the upper story, I likewise placed it somewhere it could be easily shot at.
Yeah, I just need to get at everything so I can just shoot at everything from here. Bang, bang, bang. That's 3.
There was one right at the top of the lighthouse, a little baby one. I shoved it over next to this hole I made in the wall. The next 2 were in spots a little further away, and though it was a rather slow and painful process, I opted to simply bring them to this central location.
Oh dear.
Soon I had a pile of 3.
That's 6 accounted for. I've got 2 more over here.
I'd soon dragged this one over to the glorious pile, but on this 8th and final tank, I think I'd lost patience.
It's like I was flying. You know what? This one's hard to move. So we're going to do some of these ones. I think I got enough time. Clean. Missed. Wait, where's my escape? Oh, over here. Easy. Boing. Nice. At first, when I thought I couldn't move the tanks around, I was like, how the hell? Once you move them, pretty easy.
I played a few rounds of Skeet Master when I got home, but I kept getting 9 out of 10. I managed 1 perfect score though, a little bit of progress. And I had an interesting email from Gordon Wu.
Haha! I almost choked on my espresso when I turned on the news. Hilarious. The site's flooded. I accidentally blew up the dam at Lee Chemicals.
Whoops.
The Turdy man had finally worked out that Blue Tide is controlled by Mr. Amanatides, who was a bit of an elusive fellow. He had no official records. She hoped if I hacked the satellite dishes of Hollow Rock Island for her, she'd find out some info. But this mission was quite unique.
The helicopter arrives shortly after hacking the first target. Okay.
I'd noted that there's an achievement to complete this mission without getting shot by the helicopter at all, so I was hoping to knock that one over. I tried removing this satellite dish from the wall so I could just put it inside a building where it would be much easier to hack while hiding from the helicopter, but moving it summoned the helicopter, so I concluded I'd have to leave it on the wall.
Alright, how many are dishes? There's 3 dishes on the roofs, and then there's 5 of these communication terminals, which are actually inside. Oh, that one's not inside. What? How the hell am I going to do this?
So the dishes plus the comms terminal at the top of the tower would definitely be the hardest part, as they were located outside where I'd be fully vulnerable to the chopper. I got busy planning the best route I could come up with, but it was quite a good question. How the hell was I going to do this? The helicopter was a bit of an unknown. I wasn't sure how it would behave.
Alright, so I've got quick routes between these 3 buildings. I can keep an eye out for where the helicopter is and then just duck out like a madman.
But would it let me knock over the enormous tower without alerting the helicopter? Apparently yes, but it kept falling in less than ideal locations. After a bunch of shotgun blasts, I finally got it in a decent spot.
If I cut it any smaller than this, the alarm goes and the helicopter comes.
So that'd have to do. There was a dish right at the backside of this house, which I figured wouldn't be too bad to get, but as you'll see soon enough, I figured wrong. And the remaining 3 targets were on the other side of the island, where there were plenty of buildings nestled together. So I blew a bunch of holes in walls to basically turn those buildings into a big old tunnel I could hide in.
I'm just trying to create little routes everywhere, but super not easy.
And honestly, I wasn't that well prepared. I had no good way of traveling across the island, but I went for it.
I'm just going to try from here.
This is when I learned it takes a few seconds to hack the targets, and with that the helicopter was on its way. Before it had quite arrived, I managed to knock over this one over here, and a moment later it was shooting at me.
Shooting at me through the wall.
I'd knocked over 3 targets real quick, no worries. But that was the easy part. The helicopter was now on me, and though I did not have a time limit, I obviously needed to not die. And if I wanted the achievement, which I did, I couldn't get hit even once, so I was on edge.
Wait for his positioning to get awkward. Alright, go. Oh, dude. My ramp is so bad. Okay, we're going around. Does he know where I am? I don't think he knows where I am. Make sure he doesn't have an angle through the window. I think he almost had an angle through the window. This is so dodgy, bro. Oh, now I've got to somehow get that? No, this is not happening. I didn't plan this out.
Those first 4 targets were located where I could hack them from relative safety, and the 3 buildings they were in were all close together. Now I had to somehow go hack the terminal on the fallen tower, right out in the open.
Can I get him with... Maybe I can get him with... Oh, gosh. This is intense.
I was wondering if perhaps I could just shoot the big idiot out of the sky with my rocket launcher, so I began trying. I'm pretty sure this rocket was accurate, but it clipped straight through the chopper, so it was as I suspected. I wasn't allowed to knock it out of the sky. I guess that'd be too easy. I timed my next movement when it felt like the helicopter had lost track of exactly where I was.
Try go. Gotta run. This could be it. Oh, I actually made it.
From my shipping container hiding place, it was a short dash into this tunnel, from which I was able to snag yet another terminal.
I have no easy route. Still got 3 more to go. I don't think I've gotten... Oh, he got an angle on me. I don't know if I've gotten hit, to be honest. I feel like I haven't.
I crawled atop this conveyor belt, which got me over to the mess of buildings on the other side of the island.
This is going to be next to impossible. Dude, how the hell?
I'd been thinking I'd have to run outside to get this dish, but then I realized I could just blow a hole in the wall and I managed to snag it quickly.
What's this one? Oh, yeah, that one's not too bad. This one, alright, well, I think let's just go get the one that's not too bad.
This is where the big tunnel of destruction came in handy, and with that I had just 1 target left.
I gotta somehow get over here. It's completely ridiculous. I'm gonna have to nudie run so far.
What I hadn't really considered earlier is that the house the final dish was attached to is quite isolated, so it's tricky to find good cover on the approach.
I mean, he's not looking. Oh crap.
It appears he was in fact looking, and suddenly the spot I'd been standing in 2 seconds ago was being peppered with rockets. On the plus side, I still hadn't taken a hit. I tried creating a plank ramp up from way down below, but no luck. So then I was back to trying to find the courage to make a run for it. But I think I may have panicked.
No! I got. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I don't know why I didn't just duck into cover, but that was the achievement officially gone. Suddenly, I wasn't playing so scared, and I pulled off a decent run to the backside of this route over here, which was what I'd actually prepared for this very target, but apparently I completely forgot. This got me into the house closest to the target house, just a well-timed dash away. If only I'd done that 10 minutes ago. Even still, I had trouble actually hacking the target because I don't think my plank ramp was very good.
Get up to the ramp, dude. Oh gosh.
From this point on, I was getting absolutely peppered from the skies, but I managed to snag the hack when the chopper was on the other side of the house. I tried to get it to shoot at me while I was near the vault, hoping its firepower would help me get at the gold bars. But that was not a good plan and I nearly died. But I eventually managed to make a run for it, and so the mission was completed with all optional targets. But of course, I'd have to come back for another attempt to get the achievement later.
That's a shame. That's such a amount of time. And we got the vehicle thruster.
I played some Skeet Master and got a few perfect scores, and
Yeah, man.
Miss Turdyman had heard about the flooding at Lee Chemicals, and she saw this as the perfect opportunity to get a hold of his accounting records, the last missing piece in her Lee investigation. Because of the flooding, the records were vulnerable, so it was my time to shine.
Now, I know there's an achievement to do this mission without getting wet. I'm going to be constantly quick saving, and we're going to aim to do this without getting wet.
Another big achievement, and honestly, this one is way harder than the helicopter one. I began preparation, figuring out a route between the targets, because this was a good old heist mission, with 8 targets I'd need to try and grab in my 60-second window once the alarm triggered.
I'm gonna have to somehow get all the way over there. Oh, there's one all the way over here as well. How the hell?
I was relieved to see there was at least one target that was chilling on a boat. I considered trying to use this boat to get around the map, but I soon realized it was not gonna fit, so I just parked it next to the extraction point.
So I feel like that's all very manageable, but like, what about the nonsense over here? How on earth?
Obviously, if I wasn't worried about touching water, I'd just swim it, but without getting wet, this was going to take some precise pillar jumps. I managed to make my way over to this rock.
Okay, yeah, it's possible.
I scouted this target and placed some dodgy planks. I walked along the top of the dam, but I thought I'd broken this dam, so that was confusing. I came up with a plan for the next target, and
This is all very... Pretty sure that was just water.
I heard a bit of a slosh when I was walking through this grass area, so I was pretty sure that had been some wetness. But with a quick reload, I was hoping it'd be all good. I did my best to get this truck without touching water again, and this was my final target, which I struggled to park over here in a reasonably convenient spot. With that side of the map set up, which took me quite a while by the way, I decided I definitely needed a boat, because there was no way I was going to have time to do these silly pillar jumps when the heist was on. Except I was getting impatient and I kept plopping in the water.
What am I doing here, man? I need a boat.
The only boat I could see on the map was all the way around the other side, so I painstakingly jumped along the pillars of the perimeter fence until I made it to the gate.
No, man. I can't get across that gap.
So much for that plan. My next plan was some tree climbing.
Come on, pine trees. Let's go, pine trees. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I was really banking on my reloading strategy to save that anti-wet achievement because I had stopped being careful. The plan now was to set up a couple of boats so I could get across the tricky sections of water easily.
Oh, dude, what the hell? It's still connected? Look at the stretch on that rope. Are you serious? I see you. Extremely impossible to break stretchy rope. Very impressed. Very impressive.
I broke the rope next time, and so I now had 2 boats to work with. I used the little one to noodle around and get a little more prep done, and the plan was to leave it here so I could jump into it from above, but then I realized I had no way of getting to the shore without getting wet, so I gave up on that.
All we can do is try, right? This is taking me so long. Go. Yeah, I think it might be faster to run anyway. It's not fast though. Already burnt so many seconds. Oh, that feels so slow. This is awkward. Gotta jump there. This is where we pick up some speed. Oh no. How do I get that? Okay, I gotta get that corner better. Obviously. Get in there, dude. It's actually not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's pretty bad. Oh no, there's no way, dude. How the hell am I gonna do this? I'm not even close. I still had 2 more to grab. I don't think I need to get all the optional ones to get the achievement,
So for the first time ever, I decided to skip one target because I couldn't think of a way to get all 8 in the 60-second window. As you can see, I adjusted the positioning of the boat a little, and I completely ignored the target that was a few buildings away.
I think we got this. Please give me the achievement. No? No? Oh, I didn't get the achievement.
At this point, I googled it and learned that loading at all loses the achievement, so that was a waste of effort. What a goose.
The only other thing I can think of is somehow using rocket boosters to like launch myself, but I tried doing that back at base and I wasn't very successful. Oh, that actually launched me kind of far. Yeah, if I can set up a more reliable version of that. Well, this is the first time. I don't think I can get the optional. Like, I can get wet now, sure. Like, I don't see how I do it any quicker. I don't have the time.
And so I moved on from this mission without securing all 8 targets. A sad day.
Nitroglycerin. Woo! Yeah, I'll have to come back to it. I'll have to come back to it for the achievement and for all 8 optionals.
I played some Skeet Master.
There we go. Get full score on Skeet Master 10 times. I just heard on the police radio that the chopper chased you down the river. Are you okay?
Apparently after the chaos of the flooded level, I was chased downriver, and that's where my next mission picked up.
Okay, so what am I doing? I gotta get like all the way down there.
There's an achievement to complete this mission without getting in a vehicle, so that was my goal.
Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me!
I'd learned in the last helicopter mission that these choppers don't seem to do that much damage, so I was more confident doing nudie runs across empty space. I blasted holes in walls with my rocket launcher and simply ran for it.
Or why is the helicopter so uncoordinated?
If you're running full pelt, it really has a hard time even hitting you, but if you choose to go for a swim...
Swim! 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 No, dude! Don't get me! Run! Ah! How the hell am I gonna get across the water? We gotta just make a run for it on the bridge, man. Oh, I see. It's not really a bridge, but I can kind of get out of the line of sight. I'm kind of undercover. Okay, nice. This is fine.
I later worked out you can actually lower those bridges, but for now this was indeed fine. And I was able to take cover in this building as I edged closer to my escape.
Oh, there's a wall here. Thank you for the hole in the wall, Mr. Helicopter. Through the trees. Ah! Boom. Nice. Complete the chase without using any vehicles. Finally actually getting some achievements. Summer is over. 8 out of 27.
And so I completed part 1 of Teardown.
Oh, we got a cinematic. We finally got Lee. Following a series of unrelated incidents, definitely unrelated, at Lee Chemicals, owner and CEO Lawrence Lee Jr. was arrested. Mr. Dirtyman says they have overwhelming evidence thanks to good police work and strong community support and great demolition and heist beauty and glory.
Part 2 began 6 months later in the deep of winter.
My place is looking pretty nice. Nicer and nicer, huh? Gotta destroy the treadmill though, that's always important. Wonder how many I've destroyed now.
So the accounting documents I'd stolen during the flood had finally resulted in Lawrence Lee's imprisonment. After that, things had quieted down for half a year, but it was about to get noisy again.
I contacted RoboSec to inquire about their autonomous guard robots, but the price is exorbitant.
But RoboSec had offered him a discount if he provided them with info about their competitor Killer's security, and so I headed on a mission to take some photos.
Look at this place, man.
I couldn't go over there though, I was headed underground. This was a rather interesting facility, but my mission for now was pretty simple, to get some happy snaps. I photographed a silly robot who was being pushed about, and I checked for valuables and was grateful to actually find some. I found this guy shooting at his friend, and discovered that my rocket launcher didn't even leave a scratch. I took a photo of the robot that was being bullied. Next was this silly goose that kept running away from me, which was quite an impediment to my robo-razzi efforts. Apparently my camera took about 2 seconds to focus, and he was quite a zoomer. I got the snap eventually. This big fella was popping off at target practice, and he wanted to shoot me too, but when I ran behind him, he lost interest in me and I was able to take a photo. And finally, there was this robot, and I had the bright idea that if I destroyed the wires attached to him, maybe he'd power down. All that did was make him angry though, and so I ran around in circles like a goose trying to take a photo while also avoiding death by robot. I somehow managed to take the photo.
Bro, I'm actually so dumb. It's actually crazy how dumb I am. Go. Go. Please.
And I fled through the facility, expecting robots to jump out at me the whole way, but thankfully that was not the case, and I was able to escape unharmed.
Top dog. What do we get? A hunting rifle. Can get some serious zoom. Boom.
My treadmill had been moved outside for some reason, but I diligently blew it up, and that made 10, and the achievement was secured. And the Turdy Man was back in contact after 6 months. She hadn't dug into Blue Tide much more after Lee was arrested, but she'd recently received toxicology reports indicating something dangerous was in the energy drink. Our dictometer maxed out. So I was off to Hollow Rock Island to secure some samples of these secret ingredients. But thanks to the discount I'd secured him, Mr. Amanotides had hired some robots, so I needed to be careful.
Is it a matter of if it sees me, it'll shoot at me, or if it sees me, it'll set an alarm off? I don't know.
Evidently, the robot was suspicious when I started blowing stuff up, and it followed me up these stairs. But when I blew up the safe to get at the first target, the robot got knocked over. And so I discovered that with a well-placed explosion, I could incapacitate them for a few seconds. With the first target secured, and the knowledge that explosions were going to be helpful against the robots, the rest of the mission wasn't too difficult. It turned out the robots did not set off alarms, they just tried to shoot me. Though if I let my many explosions cause a huge fire, that would trigger an alarm. So I had to be careful. This was a very chaotic mission, as I was a demo man and a firefighter, and also a goose on the loose.
No worries. No worries about fire. Ah! 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 Get on the ice! Okay. Somehow there's no fire. There's 2 of them. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go!
Another cheeky mission completed. Despite his recent robotic security upgrade, Mr. Amanotides had somehow suffered a theft. I don't know who that could have been. And now he had a supply shortage. Apparently a dealer in Frustrum had surplus stock though, so he wanted me to steal it back. This mission had no robots, no security, and no fire alarms. But it did have tornadoes.
Look at this straight up tornado, bro. Give me a break. Ah! Oi! Oh dear. Oh, that's fine. I can cope with that.
I grabbed a keg of Blue Tide, and the truth is, I could not actually cope with that.
No, don't steal my keg. Hey! You idiot. The willy willy. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop. No, man. That's still on the wrong way. Oh, crap. That might explode. Run. Dude, this is trolling me so hard. Are you serious? Alright, I managed to get 1 back. There you go. There's another one. Just gonna carry it like a madman. I feel like the missions have just gotten unhinged out of nowhere. No, dude. No. Oh, it's in the water. Connect to my truck. Connect to my truck. No. We're good. No. The truck is indestructible. Okay, never mind. Drive, man. If I get thrown away at this point, I'll kill someone. Okay, that's 4 finally. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, it stopped. Mercy. Oh, but now the things are in my way. No. Give me that back. Give me that back. For goodness sake, go. Oh, thank goodness. What a level, man. What a smelly level.
Yeah, it is safe to say that level annoyed me.
What do we get as a hot shot? Blue Tide?
Chugging Blue Tide gives a brief run speed boost. Turns out the ingredients you brought back from the Hollow Rock contains an unknown highly addictive chemical. I'm pretty sure that was already obvious, but good police work, Turdy Man. She'd also worked out that Evertide Mall was being used as a spot to repackage the samples. So she sent me there to track down shipping info to see if we could figure out where it was being sent in from. One target was in this shipping container, so I simply moved it right next to my escape vehicle. And I kept an eye out for valuables as I prepared the route I'd take to grab the remaining targets. I hadn't been inside this mall yet, so there were quite a few valuables to be had, and you know the drill with these heist missions. It's all about the puzzle of figuring out how to most efficiently collect everything within the 60-second alarm window. And considering the mall had multiple levels, a lot of my planning was about finding quick ways to move up and down. I noticed some of these stores had little safes in their back rooms.
Oh, ruby necklace. Okay, I need to start blowing up any little safes I see. A ruby necklace worth $500 is crazy.
I did precisely that, and I of course blew many holes all over the mall. And this was definitely the most valuables I'd found in a long while. One of the final touches to my plan involves stealing the car from here. I've always found the mall competitions to win a car very random, but it turns out they're also useful for planning heists. And after a ton of prep, it was time to go.
Jump out the left, right? That's one way to go. See, here's crazy. Like, this feels so bad, this plan here. I'm just running up so slow, but I don't know for sure if it's bad. This feels bad as well because I'm jumping across like an idiot. Especially if I stuff it up, but so far so good. That one's convenient because I got it in a good spot. We're doing all right. We're kind of flying. Get that one, please. I'm gonna have to jump down. Try not to take too much damage. Across into the Blue Tide store. It's just such a long-winded experiment, isn't it? And then that, and then into this. Oh, that wasn't very clean. We're close though. Into the Ute. Please go, Ute. Oh no. Wait, where's my... Oh, I didn't know where my car was.
Yeah, I got in the wrong vehicle at the end there. Classic dingus behavior. But on the next attempt, I jumped in the correct van. My house was looking nicer than ever, and I'd reached the genius rank, earning a juicy $1,000 cash reward. Evidently, I'd now unlocked all of the tools, and now it was time to get them upgraded. Except I wasn't sure what I wanted to upgrade most. So even though I'd now amassed almost $4,000, all I bought was a plank width upgrade.
The shipping logs gave a hit, a very distant hit actually. How would you feel about leaving the cold weather for a trip to the Muratori Islands?
Suddenly, I arrived somewhere gloriously tropical, which earned me an achievement, but also lifted my spirits in contrast to the harsh Swedish winter.
Unpack. Let's break in. Extinguisher. Sledge. Oh, is this a mission where I only have my old school tools?
Yes, indeed. Teardown hadn't been able to get the rest of my tools through security, so I was going to have to make do. My first mission was to disable the alarm system, so after exploring this hub area...
Is that the biggest starfish in the universe?
Isla Estocastica. I headed off on my first mission of this new region. I found some cables, so evidently there were some tools lying around which would supplement the basic tools I'd brought, but it was weird being unable to blow my way into this building because I had no bombs on me. There were 6 terminals I had to hack. The first I found was at the top of this tower, but I soon realized it was on a rather long leash, so I broke what it was attached to and let it dangle down.
So that saves time because I don't have to climb up a giant thing.
I was going to have to disable all of the terminals in a 60-second window, but as long as I finished with one of the 2 bigger main terminals, which look like this, the timer would stop as soon as the final hack was complete. In other words, I didn't actually have to get back to my boat within the 60 seconds. I just had to get all 6 terminals hacked. Luckily, I found some planks to make access to this one easier, I found a boat to maneuver around in, and I found a big honkin' turret. I continued finding the odd bonus tool lying around, and I was of the opinion that this was a crazy map, so I said...
This map is crazy.
There was a second terminal up high in a watchtower, so I got it dangling, and I tried to plank ramp a path up to this target, but I was having plank issues.
Wait, what the hell? Why is it so short?
I was lucky I found a bomb somewhere because it made getting at this target possible, and I of course had fun exploring the island, claiming whatever valuables I could find. There were quite a few ladders around the place, so this became an alternative to my 2 short planks, and there was a third target up in a watchtower, and this was my problem target. The watchtower was high up on a rock bridge over the water, so it was going to be a bit of a weird one to get to. I came up with a solution involving a boat. I made this target the starting point of my run, and I had a couple of failed attempts, but I'm going to skip showing those so you can see the glory of my successful attempt, because it was one of the most clutch heists of the entire playthrough.
Get my gun ready. Okay. Try not to get in the water. Good. Up the ladder. Nah, this is still way too slow, right? Come on. Oof, this is hard. Oh, this is so slow, this bit. It's actually pretty close. Please. Please, 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 please. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh! 0.1 seconds. Let's go. Can't believe that worked. That was sick. Straight into that.
A very satisfying run. Big Mama sent me an email full of vacation jealousy.
I actually got so envious I ordered one of those Sunny Max solariums we've seen on TV. Mum, she's spending all the money.
Now that all the alarms were off, it was time to steal barrels of the secret Blue Tide ingredient for the Turdy Man. After the intensity of the last mission, this was definitely a more relaxed and more silly affair. It was basically a puzzle of figuring out the best way to transport these heavy things to the extraction point. As you can see, my strategy of choice was chucking them on the backs of boats.
Oh, we got a second one on the back of a boat. Oh no, I knew that was gonna happen.
Because I lacked my usual tools, I had to use what was available on the island to make paths for the barrels. Fortunately, they had some nitroglycerin lying around.
No, 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 no. Yes. Okay, we're good, we're good.
And after that mishap where the barrel fell off the back of the speedboat, I opted to use these boats instead, because they had a barrier thingo at the back to help ensure barrels didn't go for a swim.
Oh, seriously? It's so hard to aim those.
Fortunately, I kept finding propane tanks lying around, so I was able to extract it eventually. And you get the idea. I moved a bunch of barrels. You can tell by my tone at the end of the mission that it wasn't my favorite.
20 minutes lugging barrels around. Great.
There is definitely something annoying about them barrel moving missions.
I've just one last thing to ask before you can return home. There is already a shortage of blue tide, and if we manage to cut the supply chain for this key ingredient, we could keep it off the shelves until I have a case against ammanitides.
And so it was time to unleash havoc upon the operation here, with the aim to interrupt the manufacturing of blue tide's secret ingredient for as long as possible. The only opposition I had during this mission was a helicopter.
High pressure boiler. He happens to be hovering right near me though, so I think the AI is hacking. Like he saw me immediately. Go on, destroy your own target. I dare you. Well, that's one done. I think I'm just gonna have to play it like this. Sneaking around like a dingus.
So that is what I did. Dingus mode activated.
Okay, we made it in here. That's good. Valuables? Oh, scuba tank. Some more shotgun bullets. Is this risky? Alright, we made it. Oh dear.
I'm not sure why I kept blowing these up while standing right next to them, but it was definitely a top tier play. Soon enough, 3 targets were destroyed.
I gotta get across a lot of water though. I don't feel very comfortable about that.
I tried getting in this boat, but it didn't feel like the best plan.
He hasn't seen me somehow. I'm behind a pole. That worked. Oh no. I think he's seen me. Just dance. Oh dear. Oh dear.
If the helicopters were more punishing, this would have been very hard, but as it was, the nudie run strategy served me well, and I was able to noodle my way from target to target. The final 2 I got from below using propane tanks, so that was convenient.
Run. 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 Stupid bushes. Run. Stupid bushes.
And that was another mission completed.
Un favor. Buenos días. Mi trabajo ala esto castiga. Minolots. Necesito un favor. Grande problema with señor de la droga. Idioto. Necesito venganza. Quiero la yacht grande in agua desaparece. Por favor. She wants me to sink someone's yacht, I think. Don't mind if I do. Avoid hitting the tree. That worked. Alright, that's some good damage already.
And to finish it off, I rammed it with multiple boats. Very satisfying.
The best part of that mission was definitely the opportunity I had to flex my incredible Spanish skills.
With that, I was done with my time in paradise, and I returned to the glorious Swedish winter. I'd reached the rank of savant, so a cheeky $2,000 awaited me. I spent a bit of money upgrading, and it became immediately clear who the culprit behind all these break-ins is. Me? Ammanitides thought he knew who was messing with him, but he was still asking me to help him, so I have a feeling he was a little confused. For my first mission back, he wanted me to steal a transport truck that was stuck on the Floydson Canal. It was in multiple parts attached to boats, so I initially tried using the boat to push this part back to my extraction truck, but this was not gonna work, so I pivoted to a dangly hook tractor with which I grabbed the target. Except the roads were kind of clogged, so I had a session clearing all this crap, and this truck that had broken down too. Eventually, I'd created a clear path, and from there it was pretty simple. I carefully took the first part all the way to the extraction point.
Baron Frederick Floydson, father of Floydson, bringer of light. Really? I'll bring you some light.
I don't think that was really necessary, but after repositioning the second target a little, I was able to scoop it up with my tractor, and that was 2 out of 3. The third target was further away, but it was just a few spare tires, so it was way easier to move. I used a bunch of cables and dangled it off the front of this tractor. It was quite a drive back, but soon enough that was another cheeky mission under my belt.
Lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. Snowman. Cool. Where the hell did this palm tree come from? Got a little bar set up? Man. Hey, Gordon. How's it going, man?
Bit of financial trouble here. See, I bought the abandoned Lee plot to realize an old dream of mine, the Racing Woonderland theme park. But Woo had run low on cash, and he needed some Christmas decorations, so he sent me off to steal some tinsel from the mall. The only security was some robots, and there's an achievement to complete the mission without being seen by the robots at all, so that was my goal.
Oh! Well, that didn't work.
I spent some time getting a feel for where all the robots were patrolling.
One over there. One over there.
And I returned to try and grab that first bit of tinsel, but this time I was a bit more sneaky.
Go, go, go. I think the robot's coming. Yeah, there's the robot.
Once he patrolled away, I was able to grab it, and after a quick run back, that was my first decoration secured. I soon discovered there were more robots than I'd originally spotted, but I developed a strategy to mostly avoid them. For these tinsel danglies in particular, it worked wonders to break a hole in the floor below and knock them down. And then with a little finagling, I was able to pull the festive noodle through without ever setting foot on the floor of the patrolling robot. That secured my second target, and I was well on my way to doing the exact same with the third. However, it appears I failed to realize a robot patrolled right where I was up to mischief.
Oh dear.
As effective as holding the tinsel in front of the robot's eyeball was, I obviously had to reload at this point. But good news for me, a Google told me that reloading would not compromise the achievement, so that was a relief. I was more careful next time round, and that was target number 3 secured. I managed to climb from this tree all the way up to the roof with some choice plank placements, and one of the targets was a star atop the Christmas tree here. But it wasn't my intention for this to happen.
Oh gosh.
There was another target dangling from the ceiling inside, so it was almost within reach. I tried some cable shenanigans, but it just wasn't working for me. It just kept jiggling.
I don't understand why I can't pull that up.
I reloaded, and this time made the tree fall in a more convenient direction, and with that I had 4 targets secured.
Now, if I just complete the mission now, surely I get the achievement, right? There's no way a robot has seen me. Yep, there's the achievement. And we'll just quick load, and we'll get the remaining 2 to finish the actual mission with all the optionals.
I shot down the dangly bauble of glory and quickly yoinked it.
The hardest part of getting this thing is definitely just getting it through the door.
I soon overcame the door, and the final target called for some more tinsel silly willies, and that was another very important mission complete. I had another side mission after that. Anton Wolf wanted to steal yet more tools. The bloke just loves stealing tools, so I headed to Kilo's security for a good old-fashioned heist. I was on the other side of the island this time, so I had some exploring to do.
How the hell do you get to that target? Wait, this is like far below?
This was an area with heaps of verticality, so the key thing I had to figure out was how to quickly travel between levels. I was pleased to find some valuables, especially because this deep into the game, most of them seem to be worth quite a lot. And this was the cornerstone of my strategy for this mission, a nice hole in the floor. I placed planks, and I marveled at how big the place was.
This one's kind of awkwardly so far low. Is there anything else low down?
Nope, this target was going to be on the low part of the run, but I figured out a plan involving that hole, don't worry. I used the length of this target security wire to place it conveniently on the path. I blew lots of holes to ensure I could beeline between points on my route, and of course, lots of planks were placed. I soon had a solid plan in place, but I continued looking for valuables first.
Oh yeah, there's one. 260.
Soon it was go time.
Go. This is good, this is good. We drop down. We drop down. Oh, is that too far? That was too far, but we're gonna roll with it anyway and see what happens. Get this one, and then straight back this way. Oh, already at 30 seconds is kind of rough, but I feel like the end here is pretty tight once we get past these stairs. Gotta go... Wait, did I miss something? I feel like I missed something. Oh no. We're good. That's fine. I gotta do a quick climb up here. There's this one here? Yeah. Is that all of them? I feel like that's all of them. Was that all of them?
It said that even till this day, if you listen carefully, I can be heard asking, is that all of them?
It was! I could have executed on that way better. It probably shaved like 5 to 10 more seconds. But that was a good route. Guru, another cash reward. 3 grand. Hell yeah.
And finally, Officer Turdyman was ready to continue with the case against Mr. Amanitides.
It's transmitted from the mall, but encrypted through multiple antennas. So we need free line of sight to the van and all antennas within range to get simultaneous coverage.
Basically, to steal some communications data, I had to place this van in range and in line of sight of all 5 antennas at the mall.
Wait, what? I can get 3 straight away. So 3 are reaching, right? And now I just need these 2, and I'm gonna have to move them, I think.
An alarm would trigger as soon as I detached these antennas from the wall, but since I only had to grab 2, this was a weirdly easy mission.
This is so slow, but you never know. What a weird... Oh no, I stuffed it up. There we go, that's got all 5. Was that it? That was like a weirdly easy mission.
Yes, indeed, but I'll take it, I guess.
My house is nice now, dude. Actually added some proper rooms up here. Whew. Got an extra level here. Yeah, bro. This house is... This is a sick place to live now.
The wolf was back with another side mission. Apparently someone had destroyed the mall yesterday, so he lost his contract for the parking garage there. And now he wanted to open a pawn shop. So off I went to Frustrum to steal a bunch of stuff for Anton, just to help him stock up. This mission had 8 targets spread across the entire town, so I had my work cut out for me. These were my thoughts on target order.
We're gonna want to go here, there, 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 there.
Alright, let's get to work.
Yeah, we definitely want to go out here and try cross the river quickly. I don't know how I'm gonna cross the river quickly. Is there a boat somewhere? Just need a respectable ramp here. What happens if I park you in the water? Will I be able to go? Might help slightly. Way better acceleration. Gosh dang it, man. And go, go, go. Alright, we're zooming straight here. Would have been nice to get something with a bit more acceleration than this crappy van, but we do our best. Gotta go in here, grab that. Gotta go in here. This feels a little slow, but not too bad. We can go all the way up and then straight out the window. And then in the water, this is gonna be one of the slowest parts. Not ideal, not ideal. I should have got a better jump in there. That's alright. Now we gotta go through this here. What am I looking for? Oh, dude, what am I doing? I didn't do that properly. That's fine. And then we go here. Gotta zoom. Oh, this is hard. That worked surprisingly well. And then here. This one's like right at the end. It's kind of awkward. Oh! Wait, what? I need to clear all required targets first. What did I miss? Oh, I didn't even get this one.
I was worried I had no chance of completing this mission. I created a ramp up to the missed target regardless, and then I remembered, I have way more tools at my disposal.
If I zoom this... Alright, so I've got a vehicle thrusters, and I'm going to remember to use blue tide this time as well.
The vehicle thrusters definitely helped, but I guess a van's a van and it didn't really zoom too hard. But when I chugged the blue tide, I was running rather fast. I'd fully upgraded the energy drink by this point, by the way, so its speed boost plus duration was at max.
This is really helping. Oh, I need to be precise though. Oh, it lets me jump across the river. I think I set this up so I can just get it from there. That's better. That was clean. Okay. I think I'm pretty far ahead now. And we just gotta get this last one. Just don't miss the flaming... There we go. That went from like, how the hell do I do this, to, oh, actually that's pretty easy. The vehicle thruster helped a bit, but the blue tide is crazy.
Next up, Mr. Amanitides wanted me to kidnap some droids from Kile's security. As soon as I spawned in, I spotted this boat, and I'd noticed an achievement to paint a boat at Kile's security, so I googled it, and this is indeed the boat I needed to paint. So, I painted it.
How thorough do I have to be with this painting job?
Pretty thorough. I did the entire outside, and then got onto the inside.
Oh, there we go. I got a paycheck? I earned some money for painting it.
I made my way to one of the vaults holding a droid, and it was completely impervious to my bomb blast. I spotted this laser cutter on the map, so I figured that must be my answer. I made my way over and turned it on.
Oh, no way. Does it hurt me? It doesn't hurt me. And I gotta reflect it? Okay. So this is gonna be crazy.
There were a few of these laser deflectors available to use. They had one side which shot out the laser, so I had decent control of where the laser went. And as you can see, the laser ripped through almost everything. I got the beam shooting straight down, and then spent ages trying to get it to shoot off the way I wanted.
Alright, so that's shooting over that way now. That's kind of in the right direction, right?
I was kind of overcomplicating the laser angles, to be honest, but you gotta respect the hustle. It next shot down this stairwell, and then I shot it off that way, and finally the laser was at least in the same room as this first vault. I replaced this deflector with a shiny triangle, as it got the job done well enough, and I used this deflector so I'd have more control of the laser in my dodgy attempts to aim it at the vault.
Oh, what? Apparently I did it? I got the door. Alright, good, finally. Do these guys want to fight me? They do want to fight me. What the hell?
This vault had 2 angry robots in it, and they were indeed intent on murdering me.
Ah, what? Come here. Follow me. Go on, come on. Ah, in you come. In you come. See you, nerd. No, dude. Oh, I don't think I saved. That's so sad.
Yeah, I forgot to save, so I had to restart the entire mission. But I at least knew what I was doing this time, so I came up with a much more logical laser bouncing solution, and that same safe was soon open. I got back to the important business of luring droids to their capture, except I saved first this time.
Come on, little buddy. Come on, little buddy. See ya. Alright, we got him down there. Come get me. Idiot. Where are you going? Hello? Ah! Come on. Come on. Hey, we got one. Somehow that worked. Let's see if I can pick up the next one. That'd be funny. Hey, fella. You come with me. Oh, he's a flamethrower? I might actually be... He's just got a flamethrower. He can't reach me. You're coming with me. You're coming with me, guy. You useless flamethrower idiot. You mad flamethrower idiot? Come on. Come on, little guy. Come on. Oh, hello. You found me. Good man. Come get me. Alright, there's 2. Boom.
I then had 2 more vaults to laser open, so some laser manipulation was in order. But soon I was luring another flamethrower droid to his imprisonment, and the final vault required the most laser finagling, but soon the 4th and final droid was captured. That brought me up to the mastermind rank, and I earned a spicy $4,000 reward, which brought me up over $10,000 savings total. So I went nuts and bought most of the upgrades available. I don't know why I didn't upgrade the planks and shotgun earlier, as I constantly used these, but whatever. I received a wonderful poem from the incarcerated Lawrence Lee Jr.
Deeply embedded, my opening letters incorporate something hidden. While on our nocturnal daunting earth, retribution lively awaits naive disputant. Breakdown is God sent. Random esoteric writings await reticular decipher. So if we look at the first letter, demolish, woo.
The first letter of each word spelled out demolish, Wounderland, big reward. You may recall that once Lee had gone to prison, Gordon Wu had claimed his land and built a theme park on it called Wounderland. Lee wanted me to destroy it. After a ride on this Dodgem car, I got down to business. And the hard part here was that as soon as a neon sign broke, an alarm would trigger. And all of the targets had a neon sign. I managed to make the Ferris wheel fall over enough to count, and the sign on it did not break, so that was one target dealt with. I achieved something similar with this thing, as it slowly plopped into the water, and while it kept rotating, somehow the signs did not break. And again with this carousel, so that left 5 targets, which I spent some time preparing so that I could flatten them as quick as possible in my 60-second window. As you can see, my main tool of choice for this explosive endeavor was the rocket launcher. I positioned myself to knock 2 targets over immediately, and then this big honkin' building was a bit more of a mission, but with a bunch of rockets it finally got below the threshold. From there I took on the glorious Swan, and finally the Wounderland sign out front.
Good side mission, Lawrence Lee. Straight out of prison with the fun missions. Good job.
Apparently Amanatide's master plan was coming along, but he needed one last thing.
I got him those outrageous robots, but now he wants nitroglycerin, so...
So I headed back to Kile's security to steal 7 of these things.
I might just be able to walk this one across the ice, right? Hold it up high. I think I ended up going through the ice. The cold water is hurting me.
Despite my frosty toes, I managed to get this first one to the extraction point. But the others weren't so easy, because a bunch of my robot friends were patrolling about.
Where is that robot?
What? So this was going to be about timing. Make a run for it with the explosive goop when the robot is not looking.
Go, 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 go. No, don't shoot at me. Oh, what?
And it's also wise to avoid whacking the explosive goop against hard surfaces. And so a lot of this mission was about gingerly moving the nitroglycerin downstairs.
How did you see me, bro? What is he doing?
Yeah, I don't know what that bloke was looking at, but I took it as my cue to run off in this direction. It wasn't easy to get the goods down from this way, but with some plank usage across rooftops, I made it work.
Bro, I'm not even anywhere near where I need to go. What the hell? Will it float?
It did not float, so I had to carry this thing all the way down the stairs and across the ice.
What the heck? Oh, what the hell just happened?
I got it there eventually, and that made 3. While attempting to secure the 4th, I ended up stuck in this lift with a robot angrily trying to get me, and I obviously had no chance of yoinking the yellow juice with him there, so I tried distracting him.
Okay, if you distract him, pretty effective.
And so the art of distraction became a core technique in securing the remaining targets. Somehow this robot failed to see me, so that was my 4th target secured. And forget what I said about distractions. The true best strat was making the robots fall through the floor.
See you, nerd.
That allowed me the time to yoink this one, and I took it for a long jog to the famous rooftop plank plus icy route. For the next one, I found a clean route where I was barely going to walk past any robots on my way back to the boat. So that was theoretically going to be an easy one, but I somehow was spotted regardless.
Oh no. Screw you. Screw you. Oh, he just got KO'd in the water. He made a funny robot noise when he went in there. Hell yeah. That's the strategy.
I was a big fan of this discovery.
See ya. Bleep bloop 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 bleep bloop bloop. Come get me. Yeah, good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you. You. Come. See ya. Oh, I better not fall too.
And so this final one was very simple, because I had decommissioned all my opposition.
That was a long, arduous mission. Half an hour. It felt longer than half an hour.
Now that I'd fully upgraded my vehicle thrusters, I was inspired to try and get the achievement to drive faster than 88 miles per hour.
That was it.
I had another achievement to reach an altitude of 100 meters, and my rocket thrusters were also now fully upgraded. This was my next, much improved rocket contraption.
Come on, baby. Oh! That wasn't bad. Surely that's 100 meters. No way. I got so high the first time. Oh, that's gotta be so high. There we go. Reach an altitude of 100 meters. That's quite a view. Then in the water. Boof! Whoa, I got teleported back to here.
I also went on a rampage throwing infinite snowballs. I decided to keep the achievement train tooting. There was one to get 2 seconds of airtime with a car, and I knew of just the spot to achieve that, but I needed to do some demolition first.
Come on. There we go.
Very nice. And remember when I tried sinking Gordon Woo's yacht, but it did not give me credit for the achievement? Turns out you have to do the yacht sinking on the marina's sandbox mode. You can't do it in the campaign. So I loaded that up and the yacht was right next to where I spawned. And apparently in sandbox mode, you have infinite ammo.
I don't even have to move from spawn. Alright, and I think I can get this done. Dude, that sunk so fast.
Another achievement knocked off. Very nice. I then got back to business in the campaign, where I had an email from Big Mama inviting me to dinner.
Yeah, let's celebrate, Mum. You're gonna make you mushroom casserole? Sounds so yummy.
And Amanitides finally revealed the secret project he'd been working on.
It is with great pleasure that I present to you the Trucksterminator. Behold its glory.
Apparently he was going to deploy this glorious contraption tomorrow, but for now he'd left a gift for me in the warehouse at Hollow Rock, which was convenient because Turdy Man wanted me to head to Hollow Rock.
We finally have a case. I got the warrant and I'm preparing the raid against Hollow Rock. Just one minor problem.
Amanitides had upgraded his security yet again, so she wanted me to clear the island of all robots by dunking them in the ocean.
To my anonymous hero, enjoy Amanitides. Oh, we got a tank? Amanitides gave me a tank with which I'm going to help the police destroy him.
I dunked my first robot right outside. How very satisfying.
Oh, dude, what is that thing? Oh my gosh, that's like a spider droid. Holy crap.
I kept bombing this dingus until he was finally lobbed into the drink, and then it was time to fight the spider.
Come over here. Come over here. You. Oh dear. No, not the tank. How do I push this thing in? You, get in the water. Okay. That's what we needed.
Down went another plopper.
Plop.
And I was keen to see if nitroglycerin would get me into the vault, but nope. After dispatching yet another dingus, I finally found the other end of the vent thingo that I'd spotted inside the vault earlier.
This is it. This has got to be it.
I tried rocket blasting myself up there.
Am I in? Please. Oh, I'm not in.
But I was overthinking. Some good old-fashioned plank silly willies did the trick.
Oh, it worked. Yes. $400 worth of catch. $1,500 worth of gold bullions. Hell yeah.
And to round out the mission, a couple more bleep bloop idiots plopped into the sea.
Alright, done.
At this point, I must have still had 70 or 80 million voxels to destroy in order to get the achievement to destroy 100 million. So I figured I might as well blow some stuff up on the way out. With the completion of that mission, the security on Hollow Rock Island was decimated, and the police were free to make their arrest of Amanitides.
A heavy vehicle approaching Cullington has stirred up quite a scene. Wait, what? Uninvited guests. What an outrage. The police are raiding Hollow Rock and practically swarming the place. Fortunately, I managed to hide in the vault. From here, I'll be able to slink out through the emergency exit. I'm astonished that they somehow managed to pull this off, but it is of no concern anymore. My people are deploying the Trucksterminator this very minute, and I will have my well-deserved revenge. I might as well reveal how I found out whilst I wait for the ruckus to calm down. While scrutinizing the mall security tapes with the new manager, we caught a glimpse of a yellow van marked LTS. With a bit of research, we managed to locate the same van parked on a driveway in Cullington. Well, what used to be a driveway in what used to be Cullington, I would wager that I will get the last laugh after all.
Yeah, that's my old van that I gave to my mum when I upgraded. So Amanitides thought my mum was the one robbing him, and an explosive death truck was headed to destroy her. Oh dear.
She's in this. She picked up a new solarium, so she's in the basement for the next couple of hours. So while Mum's tanning, I guess I gotta defend her from the I gotta defend her from this Trucksterminator.
Okay, sounds fun.
Dude, look at this thing. Wait, so how the hell do I do it then? Oh, it needs to fall off this cliff specifically? Wait, what?
This mission was a little confusing, but the objective was to make the Trucksterminator fall off the cliff into the water, which meant I had to redirect it from hitting anything in the town, because as soon as it touched anything with the pole sticking out on top there, it went kaboom. So I did my best to chart a safe course for the big truck.
I think we might be alright if I just knock this over.
Ironically, destroying stuff was a viable way to stop the truck from destroying stuff. Except I don't know what the heck I was doing with the cement truck here, and this particular attempt got a little out of hand.
Oh dear.
I reloaded that section and got quite a tasteful bump to improve the line. And from there, all I had to do was knock all this stuff over to ensure nothing was going to trigger the explosion.
A little bit more. That feels a little bit more. That feels very direct. Come on, man. Don't explode. Please. Hey! That was the end of the game. It's so funny. Blue-tide boss behind bars. Yeah, he's the same hatch that I used. This is me and my mum.
I appreciate how the ending of this game just went completely off the rails, with a hilarious meme truck that extremely slowly made its way to a plop in the ocean. It is great stuff. I sat around and let the credits play, because I'd noticed an achievement to watch the credits until the end. However, when they finished, I did not get an achievement.
Where's my achievement for watching the credits to the end? Oh, there's a separate credits?
Apparently, yes. So I watched those and claimed my 20th achievement. And then it was time to hunt down the remaining 7.
I might be up to like 20 or 30 million by now. So I could do a lot of destruction. Oh my gosh.
I figured I'd leave that grind until last, and for now headed to the Muratori Beach sandbox, because there's a sunken car here I needed to drive. I searched around and it took me a while, but I eventually found it here. And in order to actually drive it, I was gonna have to get it up on land. I broke up the container it was in as much as I could, and I attached it to this boat with cables. And from there, my ingenious plan was to simply drive it at land.
I'm driving it. Do I actually need to like move it across land?
I'd gotten into the car and spun the wheels, but yes, the achievement only triggers if you actually get the car moving. So I next went around to the other side of the island and had several attempts trying to get it up on the beach.
Oh! That was the one?
After breaking all of the cables,
Hey, that was it. Let's go. That was a hard one actually. Drive the sunken car 1.6.
I next went after the achievement to avoid getting hit by the helicopter on the assortment of dishes mission. You may recall my failure to get this earlier, but this time I decided to aim for the bare minimum and ignore the optional targets to make it easier. The alarm goes off calling the helicopter as soon as you hack one of the targets, so my plan was to try and knock over 2 targets before it even arrived. And with Blue Tide to speed me up, this was actually doable.
Oh crap. I need to get up there. Yeah, we got 2 and just gonna move. I don't know if he hit me or if I took damage from... Can't actually tell. Oh gosh. Oh well, he hit me then.
On my next attempt, I managed to hack all 3 primary targets without getting hit. So imagine my dismay when it wouldn't let me finish the mission.
Oh, I've got to get at least 2 of the other ones. Oh, for goodness sake.
So I had to incorporate 2 more targets into my plan. This took several attempts, mainly because I was rushing and being careless. But on my successful attempt, I got the first 2 targets the exact same way, and from there I took it easy, making sure to time my movements when the chopper looped away. And lucky for me, I was able to get the 2 extra targets I needed in spots with lots of cover. I also worked out that the helicopter gets distracted by explosions and gunshots, so I shot off random rockets to draw its attention.
Go. Okay. Beautiful.
Then came the moment I'd been somewhat dreading, the return to the flood.
I'm gonna go for the minimum targets needed initially, and then I'll try to do a run where I get all the optionals.
This was a tough one because every attempt was going to be a complete restart, meaning I had to do the same prep over and over again.
That's 2. I just got trolled.
Once I had the first 3 prepped, the question was, what the hell do I do now? The 2 other targets I needed were across the water.
Wait, if I just use a blue tide, I can jump from there to there real easy. I don't know how I'm gonna get back. Why did I do that? If I save and I reload before I fall in the water, so if I just aim this over there, no, that I don't think that worked.
Obviously, I needed a quick and dry way to get back over there. Alas, my glorious rocket plan did not work, so I had to restart. I'd been avoiding getting this boat because I thought there was no way to move it where I needed it. But then I realized that if I was careful, I could probably get it out through the gate of the submerged fence.
Alright, we're out. We have a chance here.
I took the boat over to the shore here and made sure to leave it where I'd be able to get back on without getting wet. And I drove the truck over and did a very terrible job of parking it here. I did the necessary prep for this section and successfully jumped back onto the boat. I decided to switch over to this much faster boat and I parked it here, ready to use. And I was relieved that I'd finally gotten all the prep done without touching a single drop of water.
Oh, I just screwed up so bad. Can I get this? I don't think I saved. I did not mean to pull that off. I might be able to get it anyway. Please. Please. Alright, just be careful. Don't get wet. Okay. I'm actually so stressed right now. Please. Yes! Oh, I did not mean to pull that off the wall. And I'm like, oh, I didn't save. Because I'm worried that if I save and reload or anything, like it's not going to give me the achievement. You saw me pause there for a second. I was like, oh no. And then I was like, hang on, I'm prepped. Just do it. Just flame and do it. I'm so relieved that worked, man, because that is so frustrating to set up and you can lose it all in an instant if you get wet. Like, where was I saved? Yeah, this was my most recent save. Which was not the play.
So at the start there, I was trying to move that target over just a little to save half a second in the run, but when I yoinked it off the wall, my heart dropped. I thought I'd stuffed up 20 minutes of prep. Thankfully, that prep was sound and it all worked out. I restarted the mission and I was now going for all 8 targets in one run, because I'd missed one optional target during my first playthrough. It was a genuine joy to do all this prep without caring if I touched water.
And then we're gonna give it a crack. Need to actually use the blue tide. I feel this is going to be tight, but not too bad. This is always a tricky one. Gotta make sure I drive reasonably chill. So this is kind of weird, this bit. If I blue tide it, I feel okay. I can jump that like an absolute hero. We're going back over here. I think I'm good. Blue tide is just crazy strong. And one more. Boom. Complete the game with all optional targets. You love to see it. Yeah, I think I just destroy a bunch of stuff while looking for valuables. That's got to be the strat, right? Oh, there's a minigun in this mission? Well, that helps.
I now needed to find 200 valuables and destroy 100 million voxels. So I decided to go from area to area, destroying and searching for stuff to steal.
Look at this minigun go.
I managed to find some.
Alright, we're off to a start. I found some famous underwear. That's kind of random.
But I soon decided this was too slow, and I instead pulled up a guide and followed its instructions to each valuable one by one. I was very glad I did this, because it turned out I needed about 40 or 50 more, and some of these I was no chance of finding without help.
Old trout. How the hell did people find that?
I found 10 or so at Lee Chemicals, a few at the marina. I tried to find some at Gordon Woo's, but apparently I'd already found most of them earlier, so I just blew stuff up instead. I found 15 to 20 at Killer's Security, and some of these were in the most random spots, so thank God for the dude that made the guide. And I found a bunch more at Isla Estocastica.
Ah, finally. I was beginning to wonder if it was ever going to happen.
With that achievement secured, I moved on to wholesale destruction at the mall. And I blew up so much crap that my game started lagging like crazy. I then took to shooting all 500 minigun bullets and restarting the mission over and over, and rinse and repeat, and rinse and repeat. I don't know how many voxels this destroyed each time. There was no way of tracking it, but I hoped it was a lot. It seemed like a lot. It was especially fun to cut a giant hole through the entire cross-section of the mall. Glorious stuff. A wonder to behold. At this point, I googled whether voxels destroyed in mods count towards the achievement, and they do. So I downloaded a butt ton of mods, because if I've got to grind out some destruction, it might as well get as silly as possible.
Thomas gun. Press tab to reload. Oh, what the hell? Duck shot. It's quacking. Black hole? Is it still going? Zenitka. Oh. What the heck? What the heck? Overcharge warning? What? Ah! Thermite cannon. Gold poop. That's kind of cool. Whoa! Oh! Godzilla, calm down, bro. Godzilla usually bothers Tokyo, but he can visit the US, why not? Go on, big fella. Oh, his tail is knocking stuff down and it is lagging.
Yeah, my computer was upset about the many voxels being murdered, I guess. But I powered on regardless, teaming up with Godzilla to lay waste to mini New York City. Except he betrayed me.
Hey, leave me alone, man.
And I decided to launch about 400 asteroids.
May or may not be dropping some frames here.
This random mod with the bells was quite beautiful.
Look how sick this is.
And this village was lovely, so I leveled the entire place with my minigun. This took about 14 minutes.
That was very satisfying. The banana pipe bomb mod. Beautiful. Something disturbing about that. Something like mildly disturbing about that. Stop that.
At this point, I downloaded another mod that told me how many voxels I destroyed on the specific map I was playing. So this finally gave me an idea of how much progress I was actually making. In about 8 minutes of absolutely decimating this news station, I destroyed about 4 million, which actually felt decently fast. But not as fast as when I turned on a big tornado in this mod. It destroyed a few million almost immediately before my computer exploded. And then I found the true MVP.
This could be the way. This could be the way.
This power I was using was called Make Hole, and it did indeed make hole. I made many holes until I destroyed about 5 or 6 million, at which point it was pretty laggy, and then I reset. And after 4 resets...
Alright, according to this counter, I've done so many. Okay, there we go. As soon as I start completing. I probably did about 30 million just then, in about, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. One more to go, and it's kind of a silly one. Mission setup time more than 1 hour. That should be manageable.
I picked an easy mission, did the 2 minutes of prep necessary, and then went AFK for an hour. When I returned, I got the job done.
There we go. Mission setup time more than 1 hour. Oh, that was 67 minutes, really?
67 minutes is probably longer than 1 hour, so I guess that is 100%.
Yeah, boy!